What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey, back at it with another Nichol Kessinger and Chris Watts video. You guys are wanting more and more of these videos, and I'm going to keep bringing them until you guys are pretty much sick in the face. We're going to be taking a look at two different videos. I don't know what the heck this was, but two different videos of the Chris Watts mistress, Nichol Kessinger, that we've been talking about. Nonchalant, if she was involved, how much she knew, vice versa, and stuff like that. This caption, though, from Christina Randall, which I'm subscribed to, a special drink, contacting the dead, and even more, which is very intriguing because apparently Nichol Kessinger slipped something into Chris Watts' drink that she didn't drink herself, only for Chris to drink, that possibly had some type of additives in it to make him something. When I say something, I mean dark arts and dark magic. Now, the next one is going to be on Watts The Obsession, another great channel that we've been watching as well. This one is Nichol Kessinger's All Our Lies, exposed of her searches that she was doing. That she said, "Oh, I wasn't looking at anything. I wasn't involved with Shanann. I didn't know who she was. I didn't whatever have you." That's all been confirmed by DA Rourke. And we're going to be taking a look at both these videos. So with that being said, grab a chair. I'm not saying grab a popcorn because we don't want to be disrespectful in any way, because this video is for educational and obviously respectful purposes. My disclaimer is that my videos are for research purposes, for it to educate more about the case, to bring the case to light, to bring this woman to justice, because I guarantee that she's involved in some shape or form. Is it physical? I don't know. Is it premeditated? I don't know. Did she put some type of witchcraft, dark magic because she was involved with that? I don't know. But with us watching together, we can possibly bring this cold case back to being open. Who knows? Again, we've seen other cold cases being reopened, investigated, and things come to light with new technology, new advancements that we have in crime scenes and stuff like that. Could this be something that we see in the future being brought to light? I sure hope so. But again, like I said before, what I want you guys to do before we go any further is subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the white bar icon down at the bottom right. Hit the bell icon next to it so when I do post videos like this one, you'll get that little ring notification that Wokey myself has posted that video. And then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you so very much for the love and support you guys are continuously showing on these videos and the channel itself. We are growing by the numbers. And again, thank you so very much. That being said, let's get into these videos and see what more information we can find about Nichol and her involvement and how much she knew. Let's take a look.
Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance on hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber,
I am.
y'all already know, y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about, yet again, NK, because there's actually more stuff to be talked about. Shocking, and you guys love talking about this subject.
You guys do, and this rabbit hole keeps getting deeper and darker and deeper and darker, and we're finding more and more stuff every single day.
Before we get into it, though, however, I do want to say, because I do feel a bit bad. I have a bit of a pit in my stomach because we're really picking her apart here. However,
Kind of has it coming.
there are so many things that you just can't ignore. Like, you have to question. I do want to say that everything that we're talking about in this video and every video that I put out is pure speculation. We don't really know. I don't really know, but it's some good speculation, if I may say. I mean, come on.
It's head on.
You know, so let's get into talking about some more things that we now know about NK.
Okay.
I will leave videos linked down below that helped me find some of this information. In the video I was telling you guys about in my last NK video where Sherilyn Cadle came on and spoke on the channel Unmasked, and I hope y'all went over there and told them that you're part of Baby Gang and subscribed because they're awesome. Sherilyn Cadle said that remember how I was talking to you guys about the whole crystals thing? Yes. And I'm filming this before I put the other video up, so I don't even know what you guys' response is, and I hope that I didn't say anything wrong because I am uneducated. Me too. In crystals and the crystal community and all that there. And Nichol does not represent everybody. I know that. But supposedly when they were on that 3-day nudist camping trip, she held up her crystals, Chris told Sherilyn, and was talking to her grandmother through the crystals out there. And she was like disappearing. And supposedly Chris said it was not out of the realm of ordinary for Nichol to just disappear anytime they were together. Weird. And I don't know, you guys. It's just weird to me. It just is. Like, you guys tell me. Like, do y'all talk to, and if you do, I know that.
For those people that love their crystals, let me know about crystals. I've done my investigation. Obviously, I've looked at crystals and stuff like that. My fiance, my spouse, my technically wife, has her crystals of her own, more for healing, for feeling better, for being just overall good health. But there are apparently some dark crystals, obviously, and that don't want to be in my home, but have been used by Nichol Kessinger, NK. Please educate me, because I want to know more about these crystals, because apparently they were more involved than we want to even fathom. Let's continue.
There's definitely people that are in connection with the spiritual world. I know that for sure, but they also don't have a boyfriend that just says something took him over and his eyes turn black out of nowhere and he feels like he can't stop himself and he goes and kills his whole family and then everybody just kind of gets out of her way. I don't know. It's a little weird.
It's weird.
Is it weird? Is it hokey pokey or what? I don't know. I have to mention it. Whether any of it has any merit or not, I have to mention it. Something that has really bothered me since I listened to the Sherilyn Cadle and I've really put together all of this information of things and things that Chris himself has said, which I don't believe, in my personal opinion, that Chris would lie on Nichol because he won't even tell everything. He's still protecting her for whatever reason, whether
I know I keep stopping. I do apologize. But he literally stated there are things that I know about Nichol that I will bring to my grave. What the hell does that mean? Okay? You can't say that and expect us not to think that Nichol wasn't involved. I'm just throwing that out there.
Whether it be she knows something, whether it be he's holding out hope that she comes back to him one day, whether it be she's got a spell on him, like, I don't know. But for whatever reason, he's still protecting her, okay? But
why?
Nichol, when she got in that interview with the interrogator or the interviewer or whatever, she made it seem like it was no big deal with them. Oh, it was just 6 weeks. It was just 6 weeks. But when you see all of the things that they did together in just 6 weeks, it seems pretty odd. You guys, I'm starting to wonder if they really were messing around a lot longer than the time that they both said. Okay, because listen to this. In the 6 weeks, Nichol's no big deal. It's no big deal. You know, just 6 weeks, you know, and I don't even really know this guy and, you know, whatever. They allegedly went on a 3-day nudist camping trip. No shame in it. Do whatever you want. But that's not typically you just go and do when you first meet somebody. But maybe they did. Maybe y'all do. I don't know. Let me know down below. They had menages allegedly with another person. Okay. She prepared for the back door, which, hey, go off, do your thing too. But like, this is a lot of like what I would consider personal, really intimate stuff that you don't just do with a guy when you first get with them. Exactly. Okay. She was in his house twice. Okay. In his house where his children sleep, where his wife is, where they feed their kids, bathe their kids, where their dog is. He cooks on the grill for her, carrots and chicken in his wife's house. She's going through his phone because she said herself that when she went over to his house to help him with his fitness app, she would take his phone, or he would give her his phone, and she would, look at his macros and stuff. I don't think that's all she was looking at, baby. She was looking at his text messages between him and his wife. She was looking through more
It's
stuff.
my opinion,
but okay,
too.
That's my opinion.
Pictures.
She was helping him find an apartment and a house. She was talking to him about finances. She was discussing his wife's finances with him because.
And yet she said she wanted him to work on their relationship, Chris and Shanann. Again, like the comments say, said no mistress ever.
Because in one of the interviews, the interviewer said, "Do you know how much money Shanann made?" Because she was like, "Oh, I guess," she was like, "Do you know what Shanann, did?" She was like, "Oh, I guess I would call her a sales rep or something like that." That's what she said. And he was like, "Yeah, okay, I guess," or whatever he said. I'm paraphrasing this all. And the interviewer said, "Did he ever say how much Shanann made?" And Nichol was pretty much like, Chris said she's really competitive and she likes to get up there with him, meaning like the way I took it was Nichol was saying that Shanann made money enough to get up there and compete with what Chris made at his job, okay? Those are really deep, intimate conversations and things that you do with somebody in 6 weeks. She gave him a key to her apartment.
Preach it, girl.
She put crystals underneath his daughter's bed for whatever reason, okay?
Somebody said it was Shanann that did the crystals underneath the bed. I don't see that happening, but that's just my opinion.
For whatever reason it could have been. It could have been for healing. It could have been for whatever. Who knows what her intentions were with that. But like she's going on all kinds of like trips with him, and they were doing all of this stuff. And all of this in 6 weeks. Like, I don't know, you guys.
That's busy.
For a man that's still living with his wife, 6 weeks. That just don't sit right with me.
That sounds
For me, it just
tiring.
doesn't. What do you guys think? I mean, I know some people move fast. Okay, some people do move fast in their relationships, but I think more of like telling each other you love each other, maybe even moving in with them. But I mean, having menages, preparing with the back door, going on nudist things,
talking like a year.
Going through their finance informations, going through their phone, like that is a lot of bold stuff to do within 6 weeks. I don't know, y'all. Seems suspicious. Cheryl Lynn also said in her interview with Unmasked that Chris said that Nichol mixed him up a special drink and he drank it. What was that special drink?
There was the drink that he gave her. And I've been told that since then that he has denied this drink. But I'm not the only person he told it to. So I know that it was either just something he was trying to brag about or it happened because he definitely told me.
Interesting.
The drink she gave him, correct?
Yes, it was a drink that she would mix up for him. Mm-hmm.
What kind of hocus pocus potion was she mixing it up for him? I don't know, you guys. I know I'm kind of stuck on this thing because it's all weird to me. But like, he didn't say she mixed me up a protein smoothie. He, which they have talked about that before. He said a special drink. What was a special drink? Was it greens in a cup? Was it, I don't know, you guys. Some of that stuff that the Hocus Pocus witches was putting in the big pot. Oh my gosh, you guys are really going to come for me like now. But I'm just making jokes, but because
it's alleged.
What was it? What was the special drink she mixed up for him? I don't know if you guys know this, but we all know that Nichol deleted all of her text messages between her and Chris, right? And she talked him into deleting all of his messages to her too.
And her best friend. Why?
Right, but she told the investigator that it was because she was mad at him that she deleted them, but yet she talked him into deleting all his text messages too, so they couldn't get any of their conversations between each other.
Makes sense.
But whenever Chris was talking to one of the investigators on the phone, he was talking to the investigator on his work cell phone. Okay, he had a personal cell phone and a work cell phone. He was talking to the investigator on his work cell phone, and he had her on his private cell phone listening to the conversation of him talking to the investigator. Now, some people may say that that's like all like, whatever, but to me, it's invasive. It is a very personal, intimate thing that you do if, one, you don't know what happened, okay? If you don't know that he did all this, if there was no talks between you two that he did all this, why wouldn't you say, oh my gosh, let me let you talk to the investigators, find out where your kids and stuff are? Why do you need to listen to that? Unless you want to make sure he don't mess up and say anything. Unless you want to listen to it and make sure he don't slip up and say anything between you or a conversation that you guys had. I don't know, you guys. What do you think? Also,
agreeing with a lot
Shanann
of
had been
what she's
gone
saying.
for this long, and you're already telling him to pawn the wedding ring? Like, how heartless is that? Who does that? Why don't you tell him? But then again, we know that like she didn't have that motherly instinct by no means, because we know that the text messages to her friend, at least, was said something like, he takes care of his kids. I guess that's a good thing. Or that's a good thing, I guess. Or, you know, I guess I'm always going to become second place because he's got children. You know what I mean? But she told him to just pawn her wedding ring. Like, you don't even know if she was kidnapped then, unless you did know.
She knew.
Unless you did know what happened to her, first
She
of all.
already
Second
knew.
of all, I would say if it was me and I was dating a dude, I would say save that ring for your kids, right? Like, you have 2 daughters. They may want their mom's wedding ring one day. That's immediately what I would think, right? When I pass away, I hope it's in 100 years, right? I want to definitely pass my wedding ring down to my children, but her response was just pawn
Sell
it.
it.
Just pawn it.
pawn
You
it.
don't even know where the girls are yet. Pawn the wedding ring?
That's
He
suspicious
has 2
in
daughters.
itself.
I don't know, you guys. What do you think? All right, you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. As always, please do not forget to like.
She definitely hits almost every topic, if not more. The drinks, the wedding band. I mean, I'm surprised we're not talking about the cell phone. I mean, the deleting of messages on hers, her friends, and Chris's. Why would you say that if you have nothing to hide? Why would you be mad at him? Oh, because he lied to you? Because you're the mistress? You're the secondary? You're not the first? Why do you feel like you're the victim? It irks me so much because there's so much things that are overlooked that could have been looked at, that should have been looked at, and were not looked at. Does that make sense? So with that being said, we're going to take a look at the next one, which is from the Watts obsession. I could honestly say that I'm obsessed with this case because I want a resolution. I don't feel like we're there yet. I feel like we have half of it done. The other part is just sitting somewhere with a new name, a new life, and she's getting away with it. People are telling me that I'm going to get sued. Why would I get sued when I'm just putting my 2 cents into this? I'm just throwing my opinion, my alleged ideas. You guys have the same opinions. I'm not saying she did it. She needs to be, well, kind of, I'm saying that. But again, I'm not the police officers, okay? I'm just putting my 2 cents in. But let's go to the Watts obsession and take a look at what more she's got on her channel as well. So let's take a look. Okay, we're about to take a look at the lies exposed, obviously, of course. The Shanann Watts search that she denied knowing about, denied even looking at, but this was confirmed by the DA. Let's take a look.
Felt like he'd ever lied to me before, and it was a big lie. I mean, telling somebody that you're in the midst of a divorce and then you have a wife that has a 15-week-old baby on the way is a huge thing.
I hate that giggle. I hate that giggle. The Watts obsession.
Welcome back to Watts the Obsession, a channel that supports the search and resolution of complete justice for the victims in the Watts murder case, Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and unborn baby Nico.
So beautiful.
Rest in peace, sweet angels. This channel also aims to keep the record straight about the Watts case. It is a salacious case, and there is a lot of passion surrounding this case. People feel very strongly about many issues in this case.
That's
and
why
as
I'm doing
I
it.
often say, people should feel strongly about the issues in this case. It was an egregious, horrific crime that took the lives of 4 precious souls. I am aware of many, many facts in this case. I am also aware of the misinformation that has circulated about this case, and I believe I am aware of the most popular misconceptions about this case, or we could say the misinformation that is spread most heavily by the most channels, by the most people, that results in people believing something that is not true.
There are some channels that actually state that Shanann was a narcissistic person. I didn't get much of that from any of her videos, any of her things that she did. I mean, everybody can have a social media side, but then a family side and behind closed doors. But I don't think I ever saw a part of being a narcissistic person in Shanann when I see it in NK. Bipolar, multi-personal disorder, narcissistic. That's NK. Just throwing that out there.
One such issue is, what did District Attorney Rourke say? What was the final word about Nichol Kessinger's searches that appeared in the discovery documents,
This would be
but are
interesting.
otherwise inexplainable because they occurred a full year
Before
the murders and approximately a year before Chris Watts and Miss Kessinger claim they began dating. In fact, these searches occur 10 months before Chris Watts and Miss Kessinger claim they even met. A very common misconception is that those searches were a typo or typos
That's
in the
bull.
discovery, and that District Attorney Rourke himself and or a representative of the DA's office made the official statement and took the official stand that those searches, Kessinger searching for Shanann Watts and Chris Watts about a year before Chris Watts and Kessinger started dating, according to them, that those were typos.
How do you typo that?
People will tell me that or tell other people that with absolute confidence, asserting that this is fact. They were typos. District Attorney Rourke said it himself. I don't even want to hear about those searches. It's just bogus. Those are typos. DA Rourke. Let's answer the question. What did District Attorney Rourke say about those searches from Nichol Kessinger's phone that occurred a year before Watts and Kessinger claimed to have started dating? This article is from Crime Online from December 10th, 2018, written by Ellen Killoran. This article is rather straightforward and factually accurate as far as I or anyone else could independently verify, given the information that we are privy to, the public records and other things such as video recordings of press conferences, public statements, or documented written statements by any law enforcement or public court official. The article Rourke said it himself. It says this. Here's the headline. This is not a witch hunt. Chris Watts' prosecutor cannot explain data from girlfriend's phone showing Shanann Watts' internet searches months before affair began.
And you're telling me this woman's innocent? Right there. How is that not showing that she... I don't believe the people that sit there and state that she is innocent. I just don't get it.
Here's a quote from District Attorney Rourke himself. I have no information nor any belief that any other criminal defendant is out there. So the article says the Weld County District Attorney has provided further information about entries in the discovery documents related to the Shanann Watts murder investigation that raise potential questions about information Chris Watts' girlfriend Nichol Kessinger volunteered to detectives. As Crime Online previously reported, Kessinger approached police 2 days after Shanann Watts and her daughters, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste, disappeared in Frederick, Colorado in August of 2018 to report that she had been carrying on an affair with Chris Watts that began in June of 2018.
Allegedly.
As the discovery documents and audio of police interview with Kessinger show, the 30-year-old woman who reportedly met Watts at Anadarko Petroleum, where they both worked at the time, was aware Watts was married but believed he and his wife were headed for certain divorce.
Which the Facebook that she was searching and looking at stated nothing about a divorce. Showed nothing in the home of a divorce. Does she think it's a divorce now? Just throwing that out there.
She told investigators she was unaware Shanann was pregnant before the missing persons case made the news, and that she didn't know Shanann's name until a while after she became involved with Chris Watts.
That's why it was on her computer.
The discovery documents released by Weld County District Attorney's Office in late November include reports that indicate Ms. Kessinger may have been aware of Chris Watts and or Shanann Watts prior to when she is believed to have met Chris Watts at work. Crime Online made repeated inquiries with the Weld County District Attorney's Office, the Greeley Police Department, and the Frederick Police Department for clarification about multiple entries in the phone data review included in the discovery documents, which show that Kessinger searched for Shanann Watts and Christopher Watts in 2017.
Year before.
Last week, a records supervisor at the Frederick Police Department said that any entry in one of the phone data review reports showing that Kessinger did an internet search for Shanann Watts on September 1st, 2017 was a, quote, typo, end quote, and referred Crime Online to the Weld County District Attorney's Office for further clarification on that entry and on additional entries in a different section of the phone data review showing that Kessinger searched for Shanann Watts in January of 2018 and which references multiple deleted searches for Chris Watts dating back to August 2017. So here, reading right from the discovery, several searches for Christopher Watts can be found prior to 8/12/2018. These entries appear to have been deleted. I searched for the numbers and found no results. I did locate names searches for Chris Watts dated back to August 3rd, 2017 and Shanann Watts dating back to September 1st, 2017. These entries were deleted but recoverable. Both reports should be reviewed in their entirety. End of item 43. Greeley Police Detective Michael Prill authored the report that included a single entry of a September 1st, 2017 for Shanann Watts, and Frederick Police Detective David Baumhover authored the report, the excerpt immediately above, that referenced multiple deleted searches for Chris and Shanann
How is that
Watts.
Not suspicious?
Following a series of email exchanges and phone calls with the Weld County District Attorney's Office regarding the reports, Crime Online spoke with Weld County District Attorney Michael Rourke on Monday. Rourke said that the reports reflected what was shown in the forensic analysis of Nichol Kessinger's phone. Quote, the dates to which you are referring in 2017 where it appears she Googled or otherwise searched Shanann was data that came off her phone, end quote, Rourke said. Quote, it's not a typographical error in the report. The detectives are reporting what was contained in the data from her phone. I don't know the answer to the question of why or how those dates ended up in her phone.
But yet you didn't
End
investigate.
quote. The article continues on. Asked if the district attorney's office questioned or planned to question Kessinger about the data suggesting she was aware of Chris and Shanann Watts for up to a year before the murders, Rourke said that Chris Watts' guilty plea precluded any need to further probe the results of the forensic analysis of
BS.
Kessinger's phone. We did not get to the point in our investigation of attempting to independently verify that or not,
Which is
because
wrong.
Chris Watts pled guilty, Rourke said. Quote from Rourke. When you asked me if I had verified that information, the answer to your question is no. Nichol Kessinger told us that she met and started the relationship with the defendant in 2018. So where that anomaly in the data comes from, I can't answer it for you. I don't know the answer to it. The article goes on to say, Rourke said that the prosecutors are confident in the results of the murder investigation, which is closed. Quote, I have absolutely no reason to investigate Nichol Kessinger at this point in time, end quote.
How about now?
He said, and then we quote again, this is not a witch hunt. Continue quoting Michael Rourke.
It's a manhunt.
My job is to investigate and prosecute who is responsible for the deaths of Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Nico. We have done that.
No, you
I
haven't.
have no information nor any belief that any other criminal defendant is out there who is responsible for their deaths in any way, shape, or form.
That's a lie.
End quote.
Just saying.
The Frederick Police Department did not immediately respond to a request for clarification of their earlier statements about the phone data review. Chris Watts pleaded guilty last month to murdering his wife and daughters and is serving multiple life sentences without the possibility of parole in a Wisconsin correctional facility after being transferred out of a Denver prison due to safety concerns.
He wants out, by the way.
So there
he
you
does.
go, folks. District Attorney Rourke's official word on those mysterious, unexplainable searches for Chris and Shanann Watts conducted by Nichol Kessinger that appeared in the discovery documents. According to Weld County District Attorney Michael Rourke, they are...
So you're telling me that it's been confirmed by District Rourke that she was searching, but that allegedly was not important to be used in a case because Chris Watts confessed to the murders, and that's all said and done. No investigation, no fingerprinting, no nothing at the home, no interrogation of said Nichol Kessinger with a lie detector test or anything such to that extent, or DNA research onto the girls when it should have been looked at as well. There's so many things that have gone unlooked, and the DA Rourke was just like, you know what? We're good. We got our man. I'm happy. I got my money. I got my paycheck for taking on Chris and taking him out. So I think we're done. You kidding me?
are accurate. They were part of the phone data review of Miss Kessinger's phone. They happened.
People will be judged. Just saying.
Up with that. How and or why was Miss Kessinger searching for Chris and Shanann Watts a year before Chris and Miss Kessinger claimed to have started dating? The mystery lives on. The record is set straight. I adjourn.
Yeah, I'm with you. We definitely need to accelerate the case because the more it takes, the less sure that they are of situations. But on the other end, I think if you do just that only,
You tell me what you're willing to provide to me, and we'll
is
write
that
it
good
on.
enough?
I just want like our text conversation, and then I guess our phone call records.
So I'm going to put...
So the time and date of the phone call records and then our text message.
Could we get photos of him?
Huh?
Could we get photos of him?
Off of
Would
that?
you mind if we got his photos that he sent to you?
Oh, well, they'll be in that text message thing.
So all his photos were sent. There was no apps or anything else used
No,
that you guys were sending. It was all just...
Right there. She just lied right there. There's a WhatsApp, Snapchat, and Skype that she was on that they conversed back and forth that she allegedly said they didn't use, but they did use.
text messages.
Yeah,
Okay. So it'd be an attachment to a text that he sent you.
pretty much.
But
Everything is in the text and the phone call records.
No, it's
So-
not.
Like all of it.
because we don't have it on tape, we discussed prior to turning the tape on Tuesday, which would have been the 14th of August, you had read some newspaper articles on the 13th and the 14th
With her
that
name?
regarded this case. You had also had a conversation with Chris at some point during the day on Monday. And on Tuesday, because of what you found, specifically what you said was, and don't let me put words in your mouth, but you found out that his wife was pregnant.
And yes.
And you did not know that.
She already knew that.
And you found that out via the newspaper articles, and that caused
No.
you concern.
Well, I just realized that he was lying to me, and I was like,
It caused her to get pissed off. Not lying. She got pissed off.
well, if you can lie to me about this, what else are you lying to me about? And it made me realize that maybe his wife was in danger at that point, and it was day 2.
She didn't
and she
care.
Still wasn't home.
What did that cause you to do with your phone, though?
Oh, what? When I deleted those? I was just kind of grossed out by him, to be honest with you. I was just like, I don't know what's going on right now, but you just lied to me. And I don't want to see this come over my phone anymore. So I removed it.
So you already said, but you removed text messages.
Who's
I
going to
deleted all
believe
of
that?
his stuff because he lied to me. I mean, that's what it was. It was.
But then yet tell him to delete all the stuff. Tell your best friend to delete all the stuff because you were grossed out by him.
It was the hurt that made me delete it, and then it was the lie that made me start questioning everything else he'd been telling me for the last few days.
And that's when you decided to come forward.
Yes.
Okay. So just for context,
Yes.
She came forward because she wants to clear her name because her name is getting slandered. And she don't like that.
people delete stuff off phones, usually we go,
No,
hold on a second.
No. It wasn't
and that's why I
malicious
wanted,
at all. It
Yeah, no, I'm
wasn't
not saying it's
malicious at
malicious,
all. He lied to me. It just hurt. Like, I had never felt like he'd ever lied to me before. And it was a big lie. I mean,
Right.
telling somebody that you're in the midst of a divorce and then you have a wife that has
You
a
knew.
15-week-old baby on the way
You knew.
is a huge, huge thing. And I was very taken back. And it was hurt. And so at that point, I just...
Oh, she was hurt? What about Shanann? What about baby Nico? What about Celeste? What about Bella? Weren't they hurt? Because you came into their life, took their daddy and the spouse away? But you're hurt? I don't get it.
I deleted it. I had a few more quick things to say to him, and then I just got rid of him. That's literally what I did. I just cut him out of my life. It would have honestly been like a bad breakup kind of thing. Like, if none of this other stuff would have happened, that's what it would have been. That would have been the end of it.
The information was not destroyed because there was anything in there that would be harmful to you or potentially to Chris at this point, but harmful to you in particular. That's not why you did it.
No.
You did it out of, excuse my language, this guy's an asshole,
She destroyed or tried destroying the SIM card. Didn't work.
so I'm getting rid of him, and I'm getting this stuff off my phone.
That was like me kicking him out of my life.
Okay.
And then, like I said, and then realizing that he lied, that was when I was like, okay, maybe his family is
Looking at the
in
camera
danger,
again.
and they're not coming back, and they're not staying with a friend.
The more and more we get, the more and more I get upset, pissed, emotional that this woman is just continuously lying. And they stated that, oh, it's okay. We got our guy. We're done. There's no more need for investigations because we have our guy. No, you don't. You have half the puzzle. The other puzzle is still in the box, not being used. And if you guys think I'm gonna, for once, gonna stop, I don't feel like I want to stop because I want this to be brought to light. And there's people that are like wanting to start a petition to get this girl investigated. Why can't we? Why should she be okay to not be investigated? Hook her up to a lie detector. Why didn't we ask Chris Watts? Did he act alone? Was there somebody else involved? Let's hook him up. He's in prison right now. Attach another lie detector to him and ask those questions. The man's not going anywhere. He's got, what, 3 life sentences? He ain't going nowhere. I open the case. What, are you going to waste some more people's tax dollars to bring this to light and justice? You spend more money on stupid stuff than this would be. This is not stupid. This is something that needs to be taken care of. I think they need to bring this cold case out, reinvestigate it, attach him up, find her, and do this thing right. Comment your guys' thoughts down below. Let me know if you think the same thing. Please keep it positive because there's people that come in here literally stating to me that I'm not trying to get into it or feel sorry for myself, or I don't want you guys to feel sorry for myself, but they literally dog slander me for wanting to stick up for this family that lost their lives for nothing. But yeah, I'm the criminal. I'm the bad guy. Just throwing that out there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction and my partake on this tragedy. Please comment your thoughts down below. Please like the video for justice for these girls and baby Nico. And we'll see you guys in the next one. So keep it real, keep it safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.